Oh, hello, hello. My name is Teresa Micheletti, and this site is called Take What Rings True. So I've gathered some spiritual knowledge for decades, and I want to share my personal thoughts and some spiritual thoughts. So today I want to talk about gratitude. When we think of being thankful, when we think of being grateful, we often start with the basic needs like Maslow's hierarchy: food, water, warmth, rest, etc. But when we came into life, we came with a chart with our big experiences we wanted to experience. And appreciation and gratitude were not at the forefront of our expectations. Our goal in life when we came in was to experience and share our experience with our Creator, which is why we were created, in my belief, according to spirit guides. We were created to experience for the Creator who knows all but has not experienced all. All right. Hi. So we have an idea of how we might react to experiences, and our learnings and understandings of lessons were far more important than what other people thought. So, in our life, we focus on gratitude for ourselves and our soul's evolvement, and it helps us to stay in a positive outlook. Now, we get caught up in the negative sometimes. However, if we're grateful that you were allowed to come into this life, because not everyone is allowed to come in. Only the strongest are allowed to come to this planet because it's the most difficult. When you're grateful, your vibration goes up and you have a better day compared to when you grumble and you tend to start judging people, and then you feel hurt because of what people said or what they didn't say, or what they said about how you were acting or reacting. Instead, you're focusing on the negative when you do that. So if you turn that around and intend to focus on the positive, your life goes much better. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking. I know it's hard. How do you react when something negative happens? Maybe you wrote in a challenge for this lifetime. Maybe you have depression or migraines or MS. We all have obstacles that we need to overcome. Sometimes the obstacles are obvious, sometimes they're unseen. So think about, what did you write in that was a challenge for this lifetime? And be proud that you've overcome the challenges that you've overcome. Be thankful, be grateful to yourself. You are getting through life, you're surviving. Pat yourself on the back. Don't stress if other people are not grateful for what you do. If someone does not appreciate your actions, remember, your creator, our creator, appreciates you and loves you no matter what. No one is perfect, in my opinion, except our creator. So I'm sure you don't judge people, but I tend to get in this loop. You know, spirit guides tell us not to judge people's soul, but to judge their actions, because we never know what role somebody may be playing for God in this life. I know as a hypnotist, if you take people into past lives, often uh, someone will apologize for the way they acted in this life towards somebody. I know my dad apologized to me when I was in a meditation for not being the dad that I needed. But actually, it was probably in my chart that I needed to come up against that so that I would learn and overcome. And so have you. So take some time to reflect and be grateful for what you have overcome. Don't worry about other people. Let them react however they're going to react. You're not responsible for them. Now, I don't always remember my own advice. Sometimes I get into the loop of negative thoughts. Maybe thinking about the caretaker who took advantage of my relative. I may go into judgment mode mainly because I can't understand why they could act so badly. Stealing my relative's pain medication. What was wrong with them? So I try to, when that comes about and I start spinning in this, why did they act like that? That's so mean. That was so hurtful. So you do that because you don't understand why someone would do such things, because you wouldn't do it. So it makes sense. Why would they do that? So I catch myself slipping into the negative thought loops and I ask the angels, help me drain away and clear those thoughts. I always think of a container next to me, drain those thoughts away, put them in the container. You could even go like this around your body, like, okay, drain those away and put them in the container. Let the angels neutralize it. So focus on your journey of life and let others be responsible for their own choices. And be grateful for those obstacles you've overcome. What a wonderful thing. Gads, you've gone through so much. Your trials and tribulations are opportunities to test your mettle. Often my reaction is, okay, I'm okay. No one got hurt in this situation, thank goodness. And I'm grateful for the situation that it was not worse and I can go on with my day. Those are for most situations, most experiences. Maybe you petitioned for a miracle. Be grateful. When you petition our Creator or God for something, you complete the circle when you say, thank you. And that raises your vibration and in turn helps you to get through the day a bit easier. I remember for months and months, maybe years, on the side of my house, next to the garage, I bought my parents' house. They had planted bamboo. Well, bamboo likes to stay there. So there was like this thick mat of bamboo with deep roots that you couldn't literally chop through. You couldn't get them out. So I had tried, you get a little bit and you spent like 30 minutes getting that little tiny bit and it's still there. So after I became a bishop, that ceremony, and then that afternoon I went back home and the mat of bamboo just peeled up. It just peeled up. That was a miracle. I was so thankful that that was able to be gone from the side of my house. So when you notice miracles, be thankful for them. When you petition God or the Creator for something, you complete that circle when you say thank you. Now, I've done something that I've suggested before that you might want to consider. So even the little miracles are wonderful. I have a spirit guide that's a communicating guide. We all have at least one guide who communicates with us, and the other guides and angels have to go through them to communicate with us. They give us infusion, thoughts that we think those wonderful thoughts are ours, but actually they're coming from our spirit guide. Anyway, I gave my permission years ago for my spirit guide to read my thoughts for this lifetime, which is so helpful. I'm always amazed by the little miracles that I have not said out loud that I wanted something. And then it comes to me because my spirit guide knows what I want. So I've been working 7 days a week and had not had time to shop. I needed to replace a broken waist pack. When you go out to on a hike or something, you just want some water and a little money in there. Well, mine had broken. So I wanted a new one. And I wanted one that was leather. I was tired of having the cheapy nylon ones. Anyway, I also wanted a winter hat and I wanted it to be feminine, not a beanie. And there was some third thing I was looking for. So I walked into this big store using a side entrance. And right in front of me, I found the exact things I'd been wanting. 2 things were on sale at a sales table, and the other one was just beyond there. It was my small miracle. The hosts of heaven were listening. My spirit guide was communicating what I wanted, most likely because I'd given them permission to read my thoughts for this lifetime. I'm so grateful my guide knew what I wanted. I was having such trouble shopping for anything because I was working so much. So there's negativity on this earth. We are in a time where aggression and chaos are moving forward. These feelings of hate and I'm better than you are and greed are playing out in the open. It's like they're coming to the surface, all bubbling up to the surface, because we're coming to the time of what's called the fifth dimension or ascension. And these negative feelings need to be extinguished. So they have to play out. We can be grateful that we can do something. And what we can do is send out bubbles of hope or send out bubbles of love just by telling angels, we want a bubble of hope to be delivered to everyone on earth. And immediately, angels will do that. We want a bubble of love to be sent out to everyone on earth so they feel valued, so they feel someone is holding space for them, and they're immediately delivered. We are so much more powerful than we think. I like what Mother Teresa would say, a nun that was alive a while ago. She would say, you can't help everyone. Help the person that's nearest to you. Then after you've helped them, help the next nearest person. So help your family and friends. You cannot save the world. You can send positive energy. You can send love. You can send hope. And just hold space for people to feel valued. And be grateful that you have those tools that you can use. We have so much to be grateful for. Anyone paying attention to this broadcast is able to think, and that's something to be grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for. I'm grateful for all the knowledge that I've gathered over the decades. I'm grateful for you listening or reading the captions and sharing my life journey. It's nice to have people with you along the way. If you're trying to figure out your spiritual gifts, I'm so grateful for my spiritual gifts, some of which I knew and some have come in the past 2 years. You can call in your spiritual team before you engage in your spiritual gift. Say you're a hands-on healer and everyone can heal. And if you need help doing that, contact me. So ask for your angels to attend you on whatever spiritual thing you're going to help people with. Fill yourself with gratitude. You can think of it as a light or just a feeling of gratitude. Fill yourself with gratitude, which raises your vibration. Think of our Creator's energy flowing through you. If you're a healer, the Creator's energy can flow through you to heal people. Then thank your spirit team when you're done. It's so nice to be grateful to the hosts of heaven. If you don't know what your spiritual gift is, I can help you figure that out. Contact me. There's a free chat on bookme.name/Teresa M. THERESA. Okay, so I am thankful to my spirit guides. I'm thankful for my angels. I know my angels are around me. I also have earth spirits. I have dragons around me. You probably have helpful entities around you. I'm thankful to my spirit guides. I'm thankful to my angels. I'm thankful to our Creator. I'm thankful to the universe and the hosts of heaven for helping me. In another broadcast, I talked about miracles, manifesting miracles, and writing universe letters. So you might want to check that out. But I'm thankful for all the hosts of heaven helping me. Take some time today to reflect on what you are grateful for. Just stop for a moment and be grateful to yourself. Be grateful that you got up this morning, that you hopefully have clothes on, or maybe not. And that you are able to do what you can do for the day. You've made it through at least part of this day already. So be thankful for going on your journey, this play of life. It is like a play. We wrote this play. You're the mom, you're the kid, you're the friend, and you sat around with your acquaintances and decided who was going to do what. And what role are you going to play in the play? So be grateful that you chose to come to Earth in this great Earth school. Be grateful for all those obstacles that you've overcome. And remember, being grateful raises your vibration and helps keep you in a positive mode, having a positive outlook. That alone will make your life easier. And stop letting other people's actions and thoughts affect you. It's your journey. Pay attention to your journey. Let them make their choices and be responsible for their own choices. I am grateful that you are with me today. Take a breath and just think about what you are grateful for. Which hosts of heaven have helped you lately? I know a bunch of hosts of heaven have helped me lately, especially the angels. So take a breath, take some time today and reflect. What are you grateful for? Now, I have a friend who keeps a journal, a grateful journal, and just writes something in it every day before she goes to sleep. I have another friend who writes 5 things that she's grateful for every day. Another friend writes 3 things that she's grateful for every day. So if you take time just before you go to sleep or in the morning when you wake up to write down what you're grateful for, it will make your life easier. It will make your life more positive. Now, maybe you want to do both. Maybe you want to think about it at the end of the day and the beginning of the day to set the tone. Set the tone for your dreams if you want to do it at the end of the day. Set the tone for the daily experiences, your outlook. Because don't you feel better if you're happy? Say you're in love. If you're in love, then your outlook is great and you're grateful to have your relationship with whoever you're in love with. And so many things get brushed away. It's like, oh, that guy bumped into me. Who cares? I'm in love. And then the opposite, when you're grumbling about everybody and maybe your kid, maybe your child is not cleaning their room and not taking out the garbage and not doing what you asked them to do 5 minutes ago, and you had them repeat it and they're still not doing it, and you're grumbling and you're feeling hurt that you've worked so hard, well, then the rest of the day is not likely to be as pleasant. Instead, take a breath and reframe that. Make the child responsible. Okay, you know what your chores are, and you know if you don't do your chores, thus and such, whatever it is. And it's your responsibility. And stop taking on the hurt for yourself. Instead, turn it around. It's like, okay, I've talked to my child. They're going to make some choices. They're old enough to be able to do that. And I'm going to take a breath and take a moment for myself and be grateful I have a child. Be grateful my child is healthy. Take a breath and then move on and keep that positive frame, positive outlook. So during the day, if you catch yourself in those negative loops, stop. You know that thing I told you my mentor Rahim would say, like, wear a elastic bracelet and snap the bracelet, or just tap your wrist, say, no, that's not my thought. Or think of an audio, like a CD, DVD playing in your head, and like just tap your head. No, eject those thoughts. So stop yourself when you're being negative. Stop yourself when you're in those negative loops and instead reframe it. Okay, what are you grateful for? What about that experience can you be grateful for? So, take a breath today. Take some time to reflect. Allow yourself time to reflect. If you can set a time, maybe just before you go to bed or when you brush your teeth or something, maybe you can make it part of your routine. Time to reflect. So, thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time and whatever time it is in your time zone, or watch the replays. Thank you for joining me. I am grateful that you were here. Bye.